Welcome back. Hedera is keeping us on our toes, and there's so much going on in the space. So let's dive right in. We recently caught up with Christian Hasker, Hedera's Chief Marketing Officer, for a quick update on why we should be excited about 2022 and what he has planned to raise awareness. So welcome back, Christian. We appreciate you taking some time. Really, this is going to be short form. I just want to ask you one question. I've heard some exciting things down the grapevine. What's going on in the world of Hedera marketing, and what do we have to look forward to in 2022?
Great. Well, thank you for having me on, Brandon. It's been a little while since we chatted, so I hope you're keeping well. Love everything you're doing, so keep it up. So what is going on with the world of Hedera marketing? Well, this is actually fantastic timing because this morning we presented our complete strategic plan and tactical plan for 2022. The marketing team did to the exec team at Hedera. It was well received. The next step is that we'll do a little breakout on budget and go a little deeper into some of the programs that we have planned. And then that will go to council for approval and funding. Now, as you know, marketing takes lead time, so we are already spending against some of that increased plan for Q1 2022. So if we don't get all of the budget asks, then no problem. We'll just be able to, move things around a little bit on the back end of 2022. But I will say that the initial response has been a recognition of, needing to go a little bit bigger in marketing in 2022. The reason that I say that is, and honestly, you appeared on one of my slides today. I could show the deck. So
I'm flattered.
About 18 months ago, and I don't know if I will give you all the credit because I don't know if it's true, but the community, let's say, coined this term, all substance, no hype. And so a tweet with you saying all substance, no hype was on the slide. And that is true. And it's been true deliberately because back in late 2017, early 2018, Manson Lehman published the white paper for Hedera. And the white paper had a lot of promises in it, really. If you think about a white paper, it's charting that path of what you're going to do.
Sure.
And we spent the next 3 years executing on that white paper. So building out the network, building out the governing council, building out the services on top of the network, bringing all that to market, having real applications, solving real business problems on mainnet. And this has enabled us to produce a body of content that we and the community should be very proud of. I mean, I'm sure you've seen in the community folks saying, once you go down the Hedera rabbit hole, there's so much there. And that's by design. So all substance, no hype, absolutely. 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021, that has been true. And where we want to shift the focus in 2022 is to hype the substance, get as many eyeballs on that content as possible, convert as many people who now may be familiar with other distributed ledger technologies, other public blockchains. Maybe there are little disillusions that those blockchains aren't delivering on some of those promises. And here's Hedera, and we want to be really everywhere in the market, right? If you are in our industry, if you do not know Hedera intimately by the end of 2022, then we'll have failed in that. And I'm very excited now that the HBAR Foundation is beginning to get up and running, because the HBAR Foundation is able to do things and focus on areas that Hedera has not by design, right? Our focus has been on developers evangelizing the network to developers, getting them building on the platform, doing cool things on the platform, deploying applications, and then building out this enterprise governing council and getting them governing. And then a lot of the things that you see other networks doing from a yield management standpoint, some of the DeFi protocols, some of the things you can do to actually get a return on your HBAR investment, we've not done any of that. So we have at least the initial set of community nodes and staking coming in 2022. And I think the HBAR Foundation, with that kind of fuel, and Hedera really ramping up the focus on developers, and with smart contracts coming with HTS integration, that's Hedera Token Service integration, where that promise of being able to deploy your Solidity EVM-based smart contract on Hedera at lower cost, higher throughput, better governance. That's compelling. So we should see Web3 developers begin to flock to Hedera as well. So that's sort of my short why I'm excited about marketing in 2022. Once the plan is approved by the council, this was not my idea. It was someone on the marketing team. They're like, why don't we share that entire plan with the community? Just, either post the deck and all the programs and the events and everywhere we're going and things we're doing, or we'll record a YouTube video and walk people through it. Maybe we'll hop on here and go into more detail. But yeah, we'd love to do that, because I think the community, it's helpful for folks like you to know what the organizations are trying to achieve, because you're those force multipliers for that.
Absolutely. And that's a lot to be excited about. We would certainly be happy to have you back on when you want to explain it. The more transparency, the better. I told you that I was going to keep this short. So again, I really appreciate the time, and I'm looking forward to 2022.
Me too. And happy holidays to you and all the viewers.
Likewise. Thanks, Christian. The guys over at CryptoNight.io did a great interview with Don and Shayne of the HBAR Foundation. I'll leave a link to the full interview in the description. There were a lot of great questions and responses, but there was one thing that Shayne said that really caught my ear. He said, I'll tip my hand a little bit. Next week, you're going to see an announcement we're going to make with a big name. So pretty excited about some of the things that we're working there. I just can't tell you the name, but we're pretty excited about what we're doing. I expect this big name has something specific to do with the HBAR Foundation, so I'm guessing it won't be a Hedera Council member announcement, but it could be a use case or a partnership. As discussed by Christian, it'll get exciting if both Hedera and the Foundation start having independent market-moving announcements. DLA Piper just put out a press release about the progress they're making with their use case. DLA's Toko, a securities tokenization engine, and HexTrust, Asia's leading digital asset custodian, have successfully completed Asia's first tokenization of private debt on Hedera. Calcite Limited, a Hong Kong private company with American and European shareholders, issued the debt with legal advice provided by DLA Piper. For token issuance, Toko minted and transferred digital assets directly into Calcite Limited's and its investors' HexTrust accounts, complying with Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering controls. The reduction of intermediaries allowed major cost savings and facilitated better transparency and faster transferability. For token asset management and servicing, several manual processes have been eliminated, and corporate actions such as coupon payments can now be carried out with self-executing instructions on the Hedera ledger. Leveraging OTC transfers amongst investors via the HexTrust platform demonstrated secondary market liquidity. It highlights the benefits of fractionalization and democratizing investment opportunities. This tokenization also sets a new standard on the technology front. The tokens represent the first private debt tokenization created and issued using the Hedera Consensus Service and Hedera Token Service in the form of HTS fungible tokens. Eric Smithers of Calcite said, we recognized that tokenization of our initial capital raise would lay the groundwork for all our future capital requirements. We chose Toko, DLA Piper, HexTrust, and Hedera because they are at the forefront of blockchain-based capital markets. It's been a rewarding experience with this incredible team, and we look forward to implementing our vision for using blockchain in all our capital needs and product offerings. Toko's proof of concept on tokenization of securitized assets took place over a year ago. This just goes to show that while these enterprises may not be shouting their progress from the rooftops to get attention, they are executing. I have a feeling this won't be the last time we hear of an offering from DLA Piper and Toko. I'll see if I can get a representative on to give us an update in the weeks to come. HBAR was already supported by Ledger hardware wallets, but on December 10th, Ledger announced that Ledger Live would support HBAR as well. Ledger Live is a software wallet and a companion to Ledger hardware wallet devices. The application allows you to manage your digital assets quickly and securely, so you can keep an eye on the value of your assets, trade, and take advantage of yield generation such as staking. Here's a quick Ledger Live promotional video. Alright, so my wife just got home. She said there was a package outside that was too heavy for her to bring in. So I'm pretty sure I know what's in here, but let's take a look. Alright, good stuff. So what we have here is the One Center physical token. They're going to be exclusively available with our NFT. And on the obverse side, we have the original One Center image. And then on the reverse side, we have the HBAR Bull logo. We're going to be minting these NFTs pretty soon, so keep an eye out. So to shed some more light on what's behind the One Center, back in January of 2020, the HBAR had fallen all the way to its low of pretty much exactly 1 cent. After a recovery not long after, Hedarians that bought around those levels started to call themselves One Centers. And this image was created by our graphic designer in mid-2020. The One Center NFT is meant to commemorate those who bought the dip after over a 90% drop, but it goes further than that. It really represents the fortitude of anyone who has endured a crypto crash and maintained the conviction necessary to buy the bottom. Crypto markets are a psychological minefield. It really takes a special investor to deal with these markets successfully, and if you have, congratulations. We're still debating whether we should use the classic One Center still image or an animation of the same to attach to the NFT. Let us know which you would prefer down in the comments. Our primary mission is to bring value to our collectors. To do this, we're looking into creating NFTs in series, assisting in secondary markets, airdrops, services, and providing associated physical products. As shown in the case of the One Center, we've minted those physical tokens. They will be included to anyone who gets one of the 100 associated NFTs. There will be more details to follow, so visit our landing page at thehbarbull.com to register your interest. And of course, it's not for nothing. One of those that sign up will win one of our One Center NFTs. The community held a couple holiday events this past Thursday. The first was the Hedera Community Twitter Spaces holiday party that followed an HTS NFT charity auction organized by Hello Future Buzz, Hashgraph Punks, and others. The event was attended by Mance Harmon and Lehman Baird themselves. The auction was a massive success, raising over $344,000 HBAR for the Hayes Caldwell Women's Center in Dallas. Our team wanted to participate but got started a little bit too late and didn't want to enter something that was half-baked. But we are going to include a One Center and another special edition NFT that our graphic designer is working on if they hold the event next year. And right after, Ledgerama, the HBAR Foundry, and Tune FM held a Hedera holiday party live stream as well. Tune FM was the main focus, and they completed airdrops of their Jam token. We also heard from Lehman Baird and several other projects that are building on the network. Ledgerama, the team responsible for Walla Wallet, hosted the event and also organized the HBAR Foundry, where like-minded Hedera builders can meet, discuss ideas, and get support from this great community. As of the time of recording, HBAR is sitting at about 27 cents, up 7% on the day and 15% on the week. We have remained in the mid-20s this week. HBAR is one of the better performing alts, with this last move occurring while Bitcoin has struggled, which is a good sign. It looks like we're starting to form a trend line here. It currently sits at about 25 cents and will strengthen if it bounces off it a few more times. We've hit resistance at just about 29 cents a few times over the past couple weeks, and if we break above, 30 cents will probably offer some resistance as well. Hopefully, Shayne's big name will prove to be market moving. I'd love to see a decoupling and outperforming the rest of the space, but it would be nice if the rest of the market would see an uptrend that could act as a tailwind. Thanks for watching, and please help support the channel by subscribing, liking, and maybe throwing a comment down below.